mi gente. Welcome back to an episode of Las Chicas del Barrio. Le. This week's episode on strip clubs, which I think is very entertaining. But yeah, so basically we're gonna be talking about either experiences, how we feel about strip clubs, will we go to strip clubs with our significant others, um, is that like weird? Is that not weird? So to start it off, I'm gonna be like, Nat, have you ever gone to a strip club?
No, girl, never.
Okay. Me, yeah, several. Not gonna lie, guys. Strip clubs are fun. Like they're really entertaining. High key. But the funny part is I've only gone to women's strip clubs. I've never gone to male ones.
Okay,
I
okay.
know. I don't know why.
Do you
And
think
it's
you
not
would
like
like the male ones or not really?
I don't think I want penis in my face. That's the one
Yeah.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's like I feel like with the girls, it's more like I feel like okay, so when I've gone with my girls to girl strip clubs, you feel me? And so I thought it was really fun because like I feel like as girls, you have like this thing where you can empower each other and it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have to be like you're not tearing them down, but you're like, yo, I'm supporting your hustle. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, to me, stripping is like an occupation. You feel me? Like how we support small businesses. I feel like we should also support strippers. Like that's the way that they make an income. And, you know, that's the way that they feed their family. And like there are actually some really, really, really dope ass strippers. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like super dope. So when I've gone to strip clubs, I've just like it's so because remember guys, you know me, I'm a people person. I love to talk. So like I'll be talking to these strippers. They be telling me they lies and shit. I'll be like, oh my God, really? They're like, yeah. And then they would tell me, oh, you're like you're so dope because usually females that go to strip clubs are the ones that are like with their mans and they're kind of like you know, like kind of uppity and shit.
Like that jealousy
So
type.
yeah, and I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
damn, then what the fuck are you doing at the strip club? What the hell? What are you doing at the strip club?
Yeah.
If you're upset that you're there with your mans, you feel
Yeah.
me?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but I've gone and I've had a fantastic time. I remember I went to a strip club one time and I came out and it was 7 o'clock in the morning and I was like,
I
oh
heard
my
that
God, the
story.
sun is out. The sun is
Didn't that one
out.
guy give you like a band to throw?
Girl,
Yeah.
girl, so let me tell you. So he was like, oh, so you finna throw some bands? And I was like, no, I'm not throwing bands. He's like, well, you with me, so you throwing bands. And I was like, say less. Okay. So I was throwing like money. I was like, yo, that shit was lit. I had such a great time. Actually, that time I went with Steph and Gina. It was a phenomenal, like that has to be top five, one of my craziest nights of my whole entire life. Bro, can you imagine going into a strip club is dark as fuck, right?
Mm-hmm.
Coming out of the strip club, the sun is out, your makeup's like all crusty and shit because you know you were having a great ass time. It was so much fun. And strip club food, phenomenal. Oh, I love that shit. Yo,
You
I
went to it.
love
That
strip
was
club food.
11, right? I think that was 11, huh?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, that shit was lit. I've gone to 11. I've gone to Tootsie's. Have I gone to anywhere else?
LOL
Oh, I
Tootsies.
went to I think I went to Beat These one time. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's like some ratchet shit, girl. Yeah, it's like Beat These
No, you know where there's a ratchet one?
where
um,
oh, G5?
no, it's like
That's a hood
it's
one.
the one off of it's off the freeway. It's not 95. It's another
Booby
freeway.
Trap?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah, that shit
God.
is that shit is
I
ratchet.
remember seeing that like, oh Lord.
Yo, and the line will be so long. I'm like, how the fuck?
Really?
Yes, but
That's so
sometimes
funny.
now at least, the last because I haven't been in a while to a strip club, but you would have to like pay to get in and shit, and I didn't really like that. That to me,
Mm.
I feel like, listen, if I'm gonna throw money and I'm gonna buy food and buy drinks, I don't feel like I should have to pay to get into a place. But they say too, a lot of people, the reason why they charge them is because people just sit there and just look at the strippers. You feel me? And so
Oh.
you're not really like if they don't charge you, then they're not really making money, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, I've gone. Oh, Tootsie's is lit too. The food is fuego. Like that shit's so good. I love it. Yo, that shit was good. And honestly, I feel like Tootsie's has dope strippers compared to like 11.
You know
11, I
my
didn't really get to talk to them because they're kind of uppity.
one of my friends from Barry actually, she was a bottle girl there.
Tootsie's?
Mm-hmm.
She be making that dollar, huh?
Girl,
She,
heck yeah. She
mm-hmm.
would post on her story
Yeah.
like wads of cash, bro. It's like,
Yeah, bro. Especially I heard if
damn.
you work for like the upstairs part or
Yeah,
like it's
and dude, just for
VIP.
being a bottle girl, imagine the stripper.
Yeah.
Heck no.
Bro, I'm telling you, especially when they
Dallas.
say they were saying when it's like any like sports and things like that, they make good
Mm,
money. Yeah. And the strippers, honestly, they're so nice. I feel like that's where I had most of the conversation with strippers was at
mhm,
Tootsie's because they're just so nice. Like I feel like strippers are such nice people though. I feel like they get such a bad rep, but they're like
mhm.
they're just trying to make their dollar. Damn.
That's
But
true.
would you ever go to the strip club with your man's now?
I
I
don't
know you
think
asked me
so.
territory. Ah, really?
Nah, yeah. I mean, like, if he wants to go, I guess. But like
If he
to
invited
go with
you.
him, he
Yeah.
invited me. I don't know. I feel
Fuck
like
that. I'm going. We throwing pants together, bae. I'm trying to I'm like literally Sweetie with like Quavo. What were shit, you know their first date, you know where that shit was? They went to Magic City. That's like
are
the
you
strip club
serious?
and yeah, it was part of their first date. They ended it there basically. They ended their first date at Magic City, bitch. And I was like, damn, goals. I would not mind. Shit, you trying to make it rain? We gonna make it rain together, baby. I just think it's honestly the environment's so fun. Then they play that
Mm.
music, and then you just be you be in the zone. I
I
got my
guess I would have
golds
to
on.
experience it like by myself to see.
Yeah,
Cause then it's like, but
honestly, it's fun.
I've heard that a lot though. Like girls, whenever they say like when they say like strip club, they like the girls, not the
Yeah,
guys.
yeah. I don't. I honestly. Okay, so fun fact. So I actually met a male stripper when I was out at this hookah bar, right? And he was
Brittany be
cool and
talking to
stuff. Like,
everybody.
yeah, people just be telling me their lives. Honestly, it's just I love talking to people. You know, I be getting all the cheese and I'll be like, wow, like
Mhm.
people's lives are really interesting to me. But so basically, whatever, I met this stripper, right? And he like first I was like he was dancing like okay, so my party was across from his party, I
Mhm.
guess, or his group of friends or whatever. And so they were like obviously like if you're across from us we can see you dancing and shit, and he could dance. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? I was like, wait. But then it was like the way he moved his hips and I was like, it's a little sketch, you know, like
Mhm.
I was like, I don't know, this don't add up, you know, like you're moving a little you're moving your hips better than me. And then he was
Yeah.
like twerking and I was like, how are you doing that to your back? Like how's your spine doing that? And so then later, you know, ended up talking to him and
Mhm.
he's like, yeah, that he's a stripper at some fucking place. I forgot what place, but he used to strip at La Bear. And I know La Bear in Miami or in Florida or South Florida at least is like a male strip club. And I was like, oh really? And he was telling like he was talking about how much money he made like before and shit like that. So now I don't know where he strips at because I don't ask.
Mhm.
But I didn't ask that part because I'm probably not gonna go just because like I don't know, I don't really want like
Yeah.
I feel like it's just too much. I feel like guys have to put so much more of a show on compared to girls. Because girls, you know, you can walk in your ass jiggles, you feel me? Guys, you
Yeah.
literally gotta like break that back, you know?
Mhm.
So I don't know if I could be a male stripper, but definitely I honestly I've contemplated being a stripper.
Re-
have. I've been like, damn, you know how easy to be to make this quick, this quick money. And then I was like, you know, Brittany, get your ass back to your lawyer job. Stop playing
Yeah.
these games. Stop. Okay, so fun fact. So I used to work at this law firm, right, guys?
Mhm.
And every Fridays we would like go to places. Oh my god, bitch! I forgot to tell you, I used to go to Cheetahs too. Girl. Okay, so let me tell you. So every Fridays, whatever, we would all go and we would go to Cheetahs, right? Because it was like down the street from my job. So we
Yeah.
would go to Cheetahs at lunchtime. Mind you, the trick was if you buy a drink, your meal was free. So
Oh.
it'd be strippers all around and shit, and we're just eating and drinking and getting turned. And then like literally 15 minutes before we have to go back, fucking haul our asses back to work and shit. And then I would be so turned. But yeah, so that shit was so lit though, because I was like, wow, like that made me like, oh, really love that shit. I don't know. I just love strip clubs. It's like such good energy.
Remember being at Barry and there was actually a girl who was attending school but she was a stripper, and I remember once like every time we were in like the cafeteria, people
Hmm.
would look at her and they would start talking about her like, oh my god, she's a stripper, oh my god, oh my god.
How did they
But
know though?
um I think she would post it, like she was vocal about it, like
Oh,
on her Instagram and stuff. And then her
okay.
friends would go and like support her, like give her
Oh,
that little
okay.
coin.
Uh-huh.
So, but when I found out, I was so shook because I would see her around campus, but she wasn't like flamboyant, like with like her
Very
little
low key, right?
like
Girl,
I
it's the
was
low
like,
key
what,
ones.
her?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but
Girl.
then it just made me think like, damn, like um I think depending on like everybody's situation, like
Yeah.
maybe she was doing it because she had to pay that
Yeah.
tuition.
Yeah. That's true. Honestly, I feel like
Hmm.
that's people's a lot of times that's what they do. It's either they have to pay for schooling or they have to support their family. And then some people are just like, yo, I'm just trying to get this money, to be honest. Like make a
Hmm.
quick money. This is what it is. Um this girl actually that I went to high school with, after she graduated, whatever, she turned out to be a stripper. Mind you, such a quiet person. She was so quiet, and I was like, "What?" But her ass was so fat. I'm not gonna lie to you, because she had a big booty. Because I was like, "Damn, girl!" Like, listen, guys. There's one thing that I would love is, I mean, I got like a little drunk in the trunk, but like I want like a fat ass, like, like if I could get like an Amber Rose booty, over, over, baby. And so but whatever, so she had like a really big butt. Turns
Hmm.
out, fast forward a couple years, I found out she became a stripper, and I was like, damn. Like, and mind you, she was a quiet girl, like
Hmm.
literally quiet as hell. So I was like, damn, like that's crazy. Like, to people, I don't think I'd be able to go through it. Or
Yeah,
maybe like
but you
if
know
I live like
what?
miles away from my house, maybe.
Yeah, like nobody really knows me. I don't know how they like climb up that pole. Like
No,
that takes a lot of
girl.
muscle work.
Bitch, yes,
Mm-hmm.
girl, you saw that one girl that fell off the pole. She had fell off the pole at some club, and she like broke her jaw or some shit, and had to sew her jaw. Yeah, she just like she put her jaw in place. Mm-hmm.
Ew. Oh my God, no.
Girl, yes. I
Uh-uh.
was like, I see that's, bro. Oh my god. Actually, I saw Cardi B at a strip club.
Wait, wasn't that a King of Diamonds?
Yes, girl. I
Yeah.
told you. Listen, girl. It was so lit. It was lit. But that one was a very like King of Diamonds. I think they shut it down actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, it's a very erotic place, I'd like to say. Like, that was the
Mm.
most sexual place I seen in my whole entire life. I was like, literally, I'm going to hell after this night. Like, I witnessed so many things. Like, don't get me wrong, Cardi B, fucking phenomenal. I love her ratchet ass. She's great. And mind you, she was already like semi famous already, so she wasn't
Yeah.
stripping. But the strippers that were there, I was like, so yeah, I don't know if I could tell the podcast what I saw, but I'll tell you, that will like blurp out the rest.
Wait, I think you already told me it was that one girl's birthday, right? The little
Well,
yeah. Bree
yeah,
told me
and
all
then
the stories.
with the ice, right? Yeah.
Girl, I remember you told me. I think we were living
Girl,
together at the time. We had just moved into
girl.
our apartment, and you're like,
Because I
"Oh
went with
my God,
Michelle.
yep." Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The rest of the night was so lit. And then I was in Cardi B's Snap for a little bit because I saw myself in the background with the rest of the people. And I was like, bitch, I made it. I don't care what nobody says. It's like such a negative connotation for strip
Mm-hmm.
clubs.
Yeah. But I think that's kind of sad though, because at the end of the day, like they're human. You feel me? Like they're just trying to make their money.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes, not everyone gets that luxury of like getting money handed down to you. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's literally like I have to provide for somebody. I have to provide for myself. And what are you gonna do? No offense to homeless people, but like, do you want them to be homeless in the street?
Mm-hmm.
Or are they gonna shake some ass for and make a couple dollars? You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And like, I support someone who is willing to put
Mm-hmm.
that work in, because it's so easy to be on the side of the road and beg, but they're
Mm-hmm.
really like, it's an art at the end of the day too, like, shit, I know my ass ain't climbing up no fucking 13-foot pole. Best believe that shit.
That's
That is
true.
not happening whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Best believe that shit. So like, honestly, it's like an art form, you and like, I feel like people can say, oh, well, anyone can do it. In reality, not really.
Hell
Like, you
no.
have to have really good upper body strength, good legs, then be able to tour yourself up 13 feet in the fucking air. I don't fucking think so. I'm not doing that. Like,
Mm-mm.
I am 100%. So you're really like, you're paying for a performance. Let's be
Mm-hmm.
honest. Like, that's
That's
what you're
true.
paying
Yeah.
for. And then what they do on the side, that's on the side. But in reality, like, they go there and they do whatever they need to do to make that money. And that's why I support it. Just the same way I
Mm-hmm.
support small businesses, I support my local strippers too. Because like, why not? I feel like I feel like everybody's trying to make it out here. Like,
Hmm.
I support everybody. Fuck it.
So, what do you think of like being a sugar baby?
Girl, shit, I was about to sign up for that shit
I
too.
need
Girl, damn. I was talking about this the other day too. I feel like for being a sugar baby, I okay, guys, listen. I'm a what's it? Hopeless romantic. Eso
Mm-hmm.
mismo. Okay, so I feel like I don't think I could break somebody's heart. Like, I don't want to play with nobody's heart. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like if I wasn't like that, then maybe I could do it. But like, no, I feel bad. Even now, like I be talking to guys, and like when I have to cut things off, I'm like, oh, like I be
Yeah.
feeling bad, because I'm just like, damn, I don't want you to think I'm an asshole, but like
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like you. But like I can't imagine like being a sugar baby and like having to like be with somebody that I really don't like,
Yeah. See,
or
that's
not that I don't like, but I don't see that connection.
yeah, and that's my thing. Like, how do you get out of that? You know what I mean?
I
Because
don't
you're
know because
technically working on the like whoever's like the sugar daddy or the sugar mommy's like terms,
yeah,
you know?
I don't know if I could do it. I mean, but shit, I heard them checks be looking real nice too, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I heard they looking real good,
But it
paying
just
that
astounds me,
tuition.
like, so like these people have so much money and they're just throwing it like, oh, I need a companion. Like,
Yeah, and
the
sometimes
heck?
they're like the viejitos who
Yeah.
are literally like they don't want anything sexual. Sometimes, no, don't get me wrong. There's some pervert ass
Mm-hmm.
viejitos, but then there's some that literally just want someone to just like stay
Talk
in the same
to.
bed as them and just like talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
Not do anything, just literally just be next to them. And like to me, I'd be like, damn, like to get to that point, like where you just really want companionship, like that to me so sad. Like I feel like I would give anyone companionship for free, to be honest. Just
Mm-hmm.
because, like, I'm like, oh, I don't want people to feel sad, like that sucks. Because some
Yeah,
of those people, they were married for like, I don't know how many years,
that's
their
true.
spouse dies,
Mm-hmm.
and like now their kids are grown up and they're just trying to figure out how to get by and things like
Yeah.
that. So they like pays for someone to just like listen to them or drive them around and things like that. And like, oh, I don't know if I would take it. I couldn't take advantage of someone like that. That'd
Yeah,
make
me
me sad.
either.
Them up with like my abuela or something
Yeah.
though. I'll be like, listen, I'll get you my abuela. You feel, even though my
You
abuela,
love
see,
me, you're gonna love my abuela.
let me tell you, my abuela though, she does not like, doesn't want to be with anyone.
Okay, so that's literally my grandma.
Hmm.
Okay, so our abuelas, they're not. I don't think our abuelas are like old. They're
No,
pretty
they
young
look
for.
really great actually
Mm-hmm.
for their age. It looks
So
fantastic.
my abuela is like always home by herself, but there's a program for like senior citizens where they come on a bus, they take you, and they check like your vitals and everything. But
Hmm.
you play like bingo, you watch movies,
Oh,
all this stuff.
see, my grandma's in some shit like that, or
Really?
she goes to like a clinic and they do that, but she says she don't like nobody over there. She's like, I hate these people. I just go get my medicine and then I leave. Take me home. I'm like, abuela, encuéntrate un cubanito ahí. She goes, "Ja, ni quiera Dios." I'm like, grandma, I'm dead, girl. I was like, so you don't want another man? She goes, no, no, no. Yo
Dude,
ya
that's what
salí
I
de
told
eso.
my grandma. Yeah. And she was like, why, you want a new grandpa? I'm like, no, but like grandma, see, like someone to go like to the movies. She lives by a bowling alley. So like go
Mm,
bowling. And she's like, no, 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 no. And I'm like,
I
grandma.
know,
Because
bro,
I
for
just don't want
real.
her to be alone. You know what I mean? Or like to
Same.
think that like, oh, everybody abandoned me. Because we're not abandoning her. Like, shit, I'm trying to make this coin so she can have a rich ass
Yeah,
mansion,
that's what I'm
Like,
trying to say. Bro, that's like my grandma, yo. Anytime, okay, so like I said before, like me and my grandma, yo, that's my dog, like that's my
mhm.
dog for life type shit. So, for real, like I love that lady so much. But I'll tell her like, because in my house, like we all work, you feel
Mhm.
me? So we all
Mhm.
leave, so she stays at the house by herself.
Mhm.
And so I was like, oh, I'm usually like the last one that leaves. So
Mhm.
I'm like, oh, abuela, ya me voy, whatever. She goes, oh, sí, ya todos me dejan. I was like, abuela, yo voy a venir pronto, que no se
Yeah.
preocupe. Yo salgo a las 3 horas, I'll like get out of
Uh-huh.
work, whatever. She's like, okay, bueno, las espero. Espero que el tiempo se me va rápido. I'm like, oh,
Oh.
like it's so hard. And then when I mentioned her getting a man's or a little companion, she'll be like, no,
Yeah,
yo
my
les tengo
grandma's
a
like, estás
ustedes.
loca. I'm like,
Yeah,
girl, I want a
for
companion
real.
too. The heck?
Same. I'm like, abuela, we're on the same boat. Okay. Listen, you find me a man's, I'll find you a man's. How about
Yeah.
that? Can you imagine? We could create a show. abuelitas finds their granddaughters
Oh my
like
God.
mans.
Oh my God. I would be so shook. I don't even know who my
Bitch.
grandma would pick, to
That's like
be
a
honest.
Netflix original. We need to get on
Yes.
Netflix right now with that
Nobody
shit.
copyright us. We're copying
I
right that
know,
shit right
cause we're
now.
coming CC baby. For real. You know what? You heard this first on Las
Yeah.
Chicas del Barrio. Just saying. Okay. But yo, that shit would be crazy though, honestly. So do you think that our grandmothers would be with the shits of us going to shit? Like, cause my grandma knows I go out, but she don't really know what I be doing when I go out, you know?
Yeah, my grandma too. Honestly, I feel like at first she wouldn't, but like if I would explain to her,
Oh, I have a
she
story for you after. Bitch, I got a story for you.
maybe if I explain, but honestly, I don't know. Maybe she wouldn't be surprised because my one of my tias be going out like that.
Yeah.
So maybe she would just be like that. But she's more in the sense my grandma, I don't think my grandma would care, but she's just always more for like my safety.
She
But I think,
is.
I think she would be okay with it only because my grandma, her when she tells me stories of like being back home in El Salvador, her
Mm-hmm.
dad and her brother were very, very strict on her.
Girl, so let me tell you about my fucking abuela. I remember this shit vivid. Mind you, this was like when I was like 7 or 8 years old, right?
Okay.
So one time I was at my aunt's house, right? And so my aunt's house, like her, I don't know if I can expose, but whatever. So basically, my uncle he found like a card, right? And on the card, it was a picture like a naked guy with like just a thing, like a green underwear cubriendo del piringui, right? And he got so mad because he thought it was my aunt. Bitch, turns out it was my grandma's. And then she had went to the strip club the night before. Yes, so my grandma she went one time, I think, one time in her whole entire life. And she went, mind you, she was like already 60, I think. So she was like an old lady. And so they convinced her, my mom's friend at the time convinced her to like, oh, because they were trying to get all of them to go. My mom was like, no. And then my aunt was like, no.
Mhm.
And then my grandma was like, okay.
See?
Yeah. Si no quieren ir, yo voy. So then she went with them, and I never asked her about the experience, but I remember it was like a big thing. And then she goes, yo no sé qué es el problema, es mi tarjeta or some shit like that.
Period.
Yeah. And I was like, golly. And I remember that shit. Yo, that shit was like 13 years ago, bitch.
That
But
is
it
too
felt like
funny.
just yesterday. Yeah, that shit was crazy. I will never forget that shit. And I remember the guy too. It was like a little fit guy with just a green ass thing on his dingaling. And I was like, what? My grandma. You know, she had that Honduran sazon. You feel me?
Dude, she is too funny. Next time I see her, I'm gonna ask
Bro,
her. I'm like, abuela.
bro. So dígame, she'd be like, oh, you know what she does? She'd be like, yo no me acuerdo de eso. Tú sabes, yo soy. I'm like, yeah, okay, okay, baby, yeah. That's where I get my candelism from. Come
Yeah,
on
high
now,
key.
she
Uh
is
huh.
literally. Strip clubs are an A1 activity to do. I feel like it's just so like nice, but it just also too depends on the people who you go with. Because
Okay,
sometimes you'll
yeah.
go and it's just like I don't like people who are like. Thank God, I don't feel like none of my group of friends are like that. Where it's just like they got like shit face on, and I'm like, no, 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 no,
Mm,
no. That's why I let people know. Listen, if we're going to do something, if we're going to the strip club, it's all good vibes only.
yeah.
Okay. And I feel like all my friends, for the most part, all of them, they never have like negative attitudes. And like also too, they're not very I don't want to say if I don't know if it's homophobic or not, but because my mom, when I told her, that I've been to a
Hmm.
strip club, she
Hmm.
thought it was a male one, and I was like, actually, no, I've never been to that. Like, I've been
Hmm.
to a female one, and she was kind of like weirded out because to her that's like not a custom, I guess, because then it thinks like, oh, well, people think that you're a lesbian or you're
Yeah.
bisexual or like, and I'm like, not really. Like, they didn't make me question my sexuality at all. I feel like I know what I like.
Hmm.
But when I explained to her like behind it, and then I was like, oh, and plus they have really fire food, she was like, she can attest because when she was pregnant with me, he would get her fucking Tootsie Wigs, bitch. So I was like, listen, so AKA I was born into this lifestyle. Okay, this is what, like, come on now, all right, like they can't really blame me if I like to go,
Since the
like,
womb.
type shit. Yo, the wings are fire though. My guy, whoever you are, and if you're listening, I'm going to the strip club. Whether you want to come or not, I do. I am going to. If people are like, yo, let's go to the strip, I'm going to the strip.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, do I always throw my own money? No, people usually give me money to throw. So that's one thing,
And pocket that.
Yeah. One time. I've done that before. Yo, I
How
should
much?
at 11. Nah, it was like I think $14. It wasn't that
Oh,
much
hey, you know what?
because
$14, $14, girl.
that shit was lunch the next morning or the next day, hungover. Because at 11, what they do is they bring out that briefcase, boy. This is how, so 11 is so bougie, bitch. Let me
Yeah, you
tell
could
you.
tell. Yeah, from the outside.
Yes, it's
And
so
it
fucking
doesn't look like a
bougie.
strip club, bro.
I know.
Because you
It
know
looks like
where?
a regular
Yeah.
nightclub. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's so dark, bitch. It's so fucking dark, but it was so lit. I'm not gonna lie. And
Yeah.
I think that night, I think Wiz Khalifa was there, if I'm not gonna lie.
Wouldn't Drake go there a lot? I feel like I remember people would say like Drake's gonna be at 11.
I
Drake's gonna be at 11.
think, honestly, I know Travis Scott. Definitely.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn, we
He
could have been
went.
in there, bro.
Girl could have been in him though. No, I'm just kidding. JK, JK, JK. Not really, but JK. um, girl, you know who I saw from at 11? Who I was like close? DJ Carnage. I touched his hand, bitch. Yes,
Oh.
like he looked into my soul, and I was like, oh God, stop it. And then see, I'm at Zed.
Oh,
Zed
really?
too,
Oh,
right there,
wow.
close,
Oh,
cause
well, you know
they
what? It
have
makes
good
sense because
DJs.
Space is right next door, across the street.
No, no, but he didn't go to space. He only goes to 11. No one goes to space. Only like underground house people actually. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So they actually like DJ. So while they were DJing, there's like an area where you can go right behind the DJ booth. And bitch, I was there, and I touched their hands. They looked into my soul, and I was like, yep. Wiz Khalifa too. I seen him perform there before.
Oh.
Who else did it? And then I forgot the other time that I went. I was faded. I was just throwing people's money, so I
Mhm.
wasn't paying attention to who was on. But it was lit, girl. Honestly, the best part is throwing money. I think it's so fun because you're like, "Oof," but no, what they do is okay. So when you have like a lot of money, we're talking
Uh-huh.
about 250,000. We're talking about buying a house, an apartment. Yes, baby. Okay, like it's an expensive club. So
Uh-huh.
they come out with the briefcase. You have you seen is it Deal or No Deal?
Mhm.
Okay, those briefcases,
Like
the
the silver
silver
ones?
ones,
Yeah.
yeah. So they come out right. It's like full of money. So what they do is they fucking start throwing that shit in the air. And then like I was like, holy fuck! So that a whole bunch. I was like right there, and a whole bunch like bum. I was like, well, I got a
Say
good lunch
less.
tomorrow. God was like, this is for you. And I was like, you absolutely correct. But you can get in trouble for that. So please don't do that.
Oh,
It's not
really?
good. Yeah, it's not good stripper etiquette. Just saying. I mean,
Huevo.
but that was the first time I went, and I was like, well, ain't nobody tell me that. But yeah, it's not, you're supposed to be, some rules for the strip club for you guys is you're not supposed to obviously don't touch, for female strip clubs, just saying, do not touch a woman's vagina.
No.
Okay,
Mm-mm.
that you will get your ass kicked out,
Mm-hmm.
honey.
Isn't
Okay.
that considered like harassment right there?
Yeah, no, the security guard don't play that shit. I mean, they
Yeah.
won't they won't like call the cops or anything, but they will for sure kick you out.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing like some extra shit on this, like that's like a private room, I guess. I don't know, I've
Mm-hmm.
never done that.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, then you do that. And then another thing too, don't ever pick up the money and like pocket that shit, because
Mm-hmm.
if they catch you, they will kick your ass out too. Even if like, okay, so for example, remember so okay, so at KOD there was this girl's birthday, okay, when I had went.
Yeah.
And so basically she was like from Virginia supposedly, and I'll tell you how I found out this information. So whatever, they like choose a person, she's like, hey, it's my birthday, and she like tries to unzip her back or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and she's like, no, 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 and she's like, okay, wait, she looks at the security guard, the stripper, right, and she's like, oh, pass me the mask. She puts on the birthday girl to wear the mask, right,
Mm-hmm.
and she convinced her ass to take off her clothes. So mind you, this regular girl gets on the stage because she went to the strip club for her birthday,
Yeah.
convinced her to take off her clothes. So now she's walking ass naked next to the stripper, bitch. And then they like play some song, and she's like shaking her ass and shit with the stripper and all this shit. So people are throwing money at her and shit.
Yeah.
So her friends, obviously, they're like, well, my homegirl shaking ass, I'm gonna collect that coin, that fee for her.
Yeah.
So that's what they thought they were gonna do. The security guard pulls up. They're like, "No, no, 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 you can't do that." Da, da, da. And they're like, "Wait, what are you talking about?" Like, and they kicked their asses out, right? So whatever. So the girl finished whatever she was doing, and she put on her clothes, thank God. And then whatever. So then later that night when we're walking out, I look and I was like, "Oh my God, that's the girl. I'm gonna go see, like
Yeah.
what's good." So then I
Chismosa.
was like, "Yeah." So I was like, "Oh, girl, I saw you. Okay, hyping her up and
Uh-huh.
shit, making her feel." She goes, "Oh, I just lost all this weight. I used to be fat." I was like, "Oh no, girl, you look amazing." Like
Yeah.
for some people, like that's a self confidence builder.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, "No, girl, like you look amazing." Blah 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 blah. I was like, "Oh, like do you like do this or whatever?" And she's like, "No, girl, I'm actually from Virginia." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "What are you doing here?" She goes, "It's my birthday." And I was like, "Oh," I was like, "Did you get your money though?" And she was like, her friends come up, they're like, "Yeah, we did. Look at the bag." And they had all the money in the bag and they left. And I was like, "Damn, y'all real as fuck." I personally would not be able to do that, but I was like, "Y'all real as fuck."
No, I would do that. I would totally get that cash. The hell? The hell
No,
no.
I'm saying like how the girl got on and they convinced her to take
Oh
off her
my
clothes.
God. Okay. If you ever want to know the story, guys, just DM us and we could tell you in private because we can't put this on here.
Yes.
But let me tell
It wasn't just her shaking around. I'm just saying it was a
no,
lot
no,
to
no, no,
it.
no. There was
Like it
so
was a
much more to
lot.
the story.
There was ice and there was like a lot. Okay, y'all
Yeah.
don't really want to know. This is not
Dude, when you told
rated
me, I
for
was
you
like,
guys. There's no rating. Yeah. I promise you, I was just like, mind you, I'm over here a little turnt on the lick, you feel me?
yeah,
And I was like, am I really looking at this? Like, is this really going on? And
yeah.
mind you, I have my sunglasses on too. So I was like making sure that this is reality. Like, okay.
Too loud.
Yeah. And I was she's like, "Oh my God." And Michelle is so funny. That shit had me dying. Yo, I love Michelle. Her commentary is fucking hilarious. Oh my God. I'll never forget that night. That was the funniest night of my life. I could not stop laughing. I'm telling
Uh-uh.
you guys really need to go to the strip club. Like, I know sometimes, it has like this stereotype, and I get it, but remember, Jesus even saved strippers and hoes and all these things that people think. He saves everybody. Like, don't like judge. What does it say? Thou shall not judge thy
Judge.
neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just show love, show appreciation, show support. Like, I feel like
Yeah.
being negative towards somebody is like, why? So
Okay.
basically, one time I went to the strip club. It was Tootsie's, right? And I went with
Mhm.
Steph and Danny, and we had all went, whatever. We're like drinking, having a good time, looking at the strippers. And then it just so happens that a friend of mine, her man's worked there, so he was giving out the hookah to people, and we got a free hookah that night. So
Uh-huh.
we were like smoking hookah. Girl, I was drinking my Blue Long Island because that's my shit. And so, whatever, we're drinking that and shit like that. We're just having a great time. So then this one stripper, whatever, she comes around, and they also come around once they finish performing just to see if
Mhm.
they make extra money and stuff.
Mhm.
And so she came around. I was like, "Oh, girl," I was like, "Yo, your performance was so good." I told her, and so basically, I was like, "Look, like it's my friend's birthday, but he couldn't come. So, is there any way that I could like send the video and like send it to him, like you could wish him happy birthday or whatever?"
Uh-huh.
And she was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, of course." So she sat on my lap, right? And she was like, "Oh, so she sat on my lap and she's like, "Oh, happy birthday, whatever, whatever. Hope you have a great day." Mind you, she has like a cute little lingerie outfit. Like it was really
Uh,
cute. I was like,
yeah.
"Damn, girl, like I really like your outfit."
Yeah.
And so then whatever, we send the video. So then she like grabs my boobs and she goes, "Oh, these are real boobs. I love them." And I was like, "Yeah, they are. Okay, thank you." And I was like, "Oh shit." It was so funny. But it was great. Like she's like, it was like one of those things just like, not to say like I know that I like my boobs, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But it was one of those things like, damn, like that's so nice, like just empowering people, because there's some
Yeah.
people that be
So you
hating.
know what? We're taught, or like it comes off like stripping is bad,
Yeah.
like, or if you are, like, you're not really a good girl, you don't have self-respect for yourself, all that
Mm-hmm.
stuff. But too, then you have the girls that go to the strip club who are stuck up, or who go with their mans because they don't trust their mans and they'd rather see what their mans is looking at, even though
Oh
they're still
my
gonna be mad.
God.
Why don't we normalize that? Because right now in society, we're going through this thing where like all bodies are beautiful, our colors are beautiful. So like, girl, like if you see a girl who's basically like wearing lingerie or like bikinis, because that's basically what they're wearing, right?
Yeah,
Or
because
like
I
some
don't think
cute
you
ass
can go
costume.
full. I don't think there's full
Yeah.
nude anymore. That's like old
Oh,
now. Mm-hmm.
well, that too. But
Mm-hmm.
it's like, like why don't we make that normalized? Because I see girls who are
Yeah.
going out to the club who will wear like a lingerie top, like the lingerie
Mm-hmm.
bodysuits, and then they'll just
Yeah.
put on, like some cute pants, some cute jeans, whatever.
Yeah. It's basically right there. Let's
Mm-hmm.
be honest. That's
Or
what I think.
like, come on, and especially being in Miami, like, come on, bro, wherever you go, you're
Girl.
gonna see girls like half naked, basically, you know. So
Period.
like, or take a stripper
Yeah.
class, like, girl, dude, like,
I
there's
want to do
classes you
that
could take.
too.
Yeah,
Girl,
low
well,
key, I
when you
would do
come
it.
down, when you come down, we going, baby.
I fall, but it's all right.
You get back up. Shit.
I just don't want to break my jaw. I'm cool with my jaw.
Okay. I hate you so much. I'm dead. The girl said I don't want to break my jaw. Girl, I'm not trying to break my knees. I need them bitches too. But yo, we're
Or my
definitely taking a
back.
class.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, girl.
We'll start beginner, you feel me? Little by
Dude,
little.
yeah. At the end of the day, they're women. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly. I feel like how can you be for women and then judge
mm-hmm.
women? That makes no sense to me. I
See,
feel
and
like
that, yeah, that's where we start dividing each other again, where it's like,
yes,
dude.
like you said, we should definitely be normalizing things like this more often. This actually concludes our podcast for today. Like we said, be open to new things, try them out, don't knock them down. If strip clubs aren't for you, then they're not for you, but don't knock down anyone's hustle because, if you were doing something, you always want people to support your hustle, whether that is starting a new business or stripping,
That's true.
You always got to show everyone respect and have fun, live your best life. Shit, if you want a strip club partner to go to, give me a call, DM me, DM us. We're down for the vibes. I think that would be a fantastic time. So we love you guys, and this concludes our episode of Las Chicas del Barrio. Stay tuned for next week. We're gonna do hopefully conspiracy theories.
Bye.